Hello all and welcome back. It has been so long since we have had a sensible World of Soccer update. This is the original, not 95, 96, 96, 97. We are playing as West Brom. Things have not been going well. We are probably looking at our first relegation of the channel. However, I have picked up a bit of form since you were last with us, which was ages ago, and we've just had a 0-0 draw with Oldham, who are now 12th. We've got Middlesbrough coming up, who are just about to play this week's game, but are currently 20th, and they've lost that against Swindon, who are top. So we've got a chance of maybe finally getting a win and getting off of the bottom, but our squad is a mess. Okay, so we're going to go check club business now, because we've got two threats to relegate to being sacked, which is the finances, which constantly fall into arrears, and then just finishing bottom of the league. But we've got this away game against Middlesbrough, and then we've got Swindon, who are absolutely destroying the league. We go into the squad. We've got injuries all over. So we've got the left back, Scott Darton, is out for a further game. Kevin Donovan, the midfielder, is out all year. Tribo West out for another game. Mark Viduka is now back though, so let's get him on the bench. You may notice that I currently have a left winger, David Smith, playing as sweeper. So I'm going to have a little move around of this. I'm going to put Viduka at right wing. I've got a lone defender in there and a winger playing in the back. So this is what we're going to go with. So it is Fabian Barthez, Neil Parsley, David Smith, Colin Magee, who made up player, Mark Viduka, Carlos Roberto Correia, Lee Ashcroft, Mike Phelan, Bob Taylor, Christian Vieri, and then Inzaghi. So if you remember from last time around, Inzaghi was the pivot striker, but now it's Inzaghi who has got that role. And like I said, we really need to be winning this. Now, I find that the league table for the opposition, oh, they got Brian Robson, is less important than just the quality of the players. The quality of the players in the team doesn't seem to match up with how they do week to week against the AI, but then when you play the teams that have got the much better players, it is noticeable. I considered showing the game against Wolves and the game against, I think, Tranmere, both who've got £1 million plus strikers, and we just got absolutely taken apart in both of those games. So I'm just going to turn my own TV down here, just because I know that with how I have my room set up, that is going to feed back, but hopefully you can hear the crowd. And here we are. We're obviously in the famous blue and white baggies kit. And there was our defender. And there's Christian Vieri. Christian Vieri has been a real disappointment. His control is not very good. So that is why, when he was out for such a long time, I pivoted to Inzaghi up top. And Inzaghi has nearly scored. He beat the keeper, but he had just gone past the post, but couldn't get anyone down. Now, I'm loving this game, but I'm really struggling to get back to being good at it. I do feel like this plays differently to the later versions slightly, that I remember being much better as. I remember stuff like on that, like starting as Swansea and ending up in the Premiership, basically in back-to-back years, which is a stark contrast to my current form. And here is Bobby Taylor, a man I kept trying to sell and I floated that one over. Yeah, stark contrast to my current form of being bottom of the league and potentially being fired and relegated, or relegated then fired, which would be the worst of the two. At least if I get fired before, I'll always be talking about how I'd started to improve and that they were too hasty. Oh, Bobby Taylor. Now, Middlesbrough, despite being much further down, are a trickier opposition than Oldham just were, because they seem a lot faster. I'm not going to get to that, am I? Let's get that back. Oh, and it got a shot in. I can't remember who was in goal for them in this era. League One Middlesbrough, pre-promotion. And was Brian Robson player manager? And it's hard. We're coming up to half-time. And I'll take that for the time being, rust and all, because we were in the middle of playing this playthrough, and then I was using a box that I always get the name of wrong, which is the OSSC or the OCCS, and it broke, so I couldn't record the Amiga for the longest time. And then we've moved on to other playthroughs, and it's just been difficult with them doing so well to get back to this. But we are back today. Amiga set up on my desk. Fabian Barthez, another good save. Now, the problem also I have as well is that I've got just 0 bench. So if anyone gets injured, I've only got those trial or loan players to bring on. And we're struggling second half. I can't get out. Right, Vieri, Inzaghi, Bobby Taylor, so slow. Inzaghi is the fastest of my strikers, which is why I put him up in that top spot. Come on, keeper. Right, he's got to that. Let's try going the other side, because I'm not getting any joy down that way. And I've lashed that over. This is the problem I have with all of my shots. I just can't get them actually on target. And as I said, I've changed pad since I first started playing. So I was using a Mega Drive pad, but it was very, very stiff due to years of being like in the loft. I've moved to one of the newer brands. I think it's 8-bit who makes these. You can get a wireless version, but I've gone with the wired. They're toying with me here. Oh no! And he's done the old dribble shot that he spilt. Look at this. Good bit of football from Borough there. Keeper spilled it. Don't get up quick enough. The winger has forgot that he's supposed to be following that in to clear. Giving that away. And there we go. Just a very quick match. We're only going to be doing the one match. Let's see what that leaves us. Leaves us with loads of work to do. You can probably hear the disc loading there. It's a virtual disc, but it's still got that glorious chirp. And it's taking a long time. I'm wondering if we have been fired. And it's loading something different. So, Oldham Athletic just lost. Oh, they just drew to Swindon. Swindon are nearly 10 clear though. Look at that. And we have got them coming up. And let's check the club business. This is going to be even worse. Before there's 90,000 now. So look, our running costs and our balance, and we've got another away game before we've got another one. So we're going to probably be like £150,000 in debt, and I can't sell anyone else. I can't get rid of anyone else. No one is interested in any of these players. I can't swap any players. I can't buy any more players because it's they've said that I've done too much business this year. So we're just kind of coasting along, hoping that I can improve enough to try and get going. But thank you very much. These videos show the endearing popularity of Sensible World of Soccer, because even though it's been so long since I've done an update, there's always new people watching them every week, maybe 10 to 20 people a week watching them, and we occasionally get some comments. So if you're new to the channel or if you've just found us, please feel free to give me some tips, and maybe a formation change if you think that would help, because we're currently playing 4-3-3. But as you see, like other than Inzaghi, we've basically got no goals in this team whatsoever. So thank you guys, and catch you on the next episode. Oh, cannot believe I didn't record that episode.